I've readied.
I wasn't.
I've also started recording, guys. So let's keep it PG, you fucking idiots.
Both sweared instantly. Alright, let's begin.
Google, don't. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, I'm prosecutor. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Okay, come on.
I'm gonna start with just some simple stuff. Oh, there's so much weird shit. Shit, that's gonna make me look real weird, ain't it? Still funny though, so I can live with that. Gallery, go to.
Alright.
Idolf quote. Why does every witness have an
Can't speak,
American accent?
Whoa.
So now that I'm recording, like I have a whole idea of these people on YouTube just coming across the video, watching it, and thinking are the most like unfunny people on earth.
I know you can't hear me, Alana, but I know.
Bubble it.
Hey,
360.
Well, you guys are about to really enjoy this case.
Oh, there we go. That's me. Okay. Alright.
Dude, you just got.
Court is now in session.
yeah.
Prosecutor, you may
He
begin.
did it, bro. He did it. He did it.
Alright. Judge Julian. Your Honor, actually. We all know that Jolien is quite the fiend, the sexual deviant. Billy. And I'd like to prove this with one simple piece of evidence that just makes him out to be the gooner that he is. And that is Laureate Archives. As you can see, Jolien has quite the notable archives. We all know that Jolien has a thing for Diane Foxington and has shown, distributed, and, well, pleasured himself to certain specific laureate bots.
I prove I pledge myself to that.
Actually,
Judge, you have to be impartial.
I'd like to bring us some evidence in rebuttal for that, please.
I'd like you to prove
Now,
otherwise.
we don't know if he had a shared account on there for his Laureate archives, but we do know that his computer search history belongs to himself and only himself, and frankly, it's completely clean of any of, say, compromising searches related to ejaculating lemonade or
His own words from a previous court case were the fact that we all know incognito exists. If incognito exists, a simple thing that allows you to not have a search history present, you can easily show that he has nothing bad in the search history because he used an incognito tab. And I'd like to further prove that Jolien Aideny is quite the gooner and committed a heinous act of ejaculating in children's lemonade. His Playboy mag. When we found this Playboy mag, we all were horrified. It's practically a brick. It is stuck together. Every page. Hell, the last page and the first page are stuck together. How you doing, Mum?
Wow.
That's crazy. Well, I mean that. Okay, just
I thought he's only proving that I'm a gooner, not that he's saying that I don't with the mags.
I'm back. Let me just
Yeah,
finish
okay,
what I was saying.
Prosecutor, you're only proving that this Jolien Aideny jerks onto Playboy
Because I
magazine,
haven't yet.
not into
I
lemonade.
haven't yet finished what I was saying.
I also would like to just ask. do you think he hasn't? Do you think he, with all this cum that's on this magazine? Okay, number one, do you know if it's even cum? Second of all, if that is his cum, then do you think he's not all dried up by now? Not sort of run out of supply with every page apparently being glued together? And Playboy magazines, they're quite lengthy, have a lot of content in there. You're not sure that maybe just, all the swimmers are just in that magazine.
Well,
and not in the
you could say that, but the sheer amount of cum we found, this thing must have been through hell. We can't even see the images anymore. It's just covered.
Again, proves that it's probably run out by now in that case.
Maybe. But to add more to this, we found a high amount of alcohol popular among farmers near Jolien and in his system, which means that when he beat his schmeat, spread his seed into that cloudy lemonade.
Yeah, we don't know that actually happened. It's all a speculation. We have no solid evidence that he actually
gullets before we could even fucking get any evidence. Are you really going to say?
Then why is he getting trial for it? You have no. He may be a gooner, but we have no sort of solid evidence there was him who ejaculated into that lemonade. And actually, I would like to present some of my evidence, please.
Alright.
He has an alibi. He has been staying far away from home in a hotel where he can finally relax. And I don't think it's possible for him to sort of, target these neighborhood children, these local children, because he's been on holiday away from home.
So you're telling me he left the country, or he left his local area, which is not very filled with children, to an area that may be filled with lots of children?
I never said any. I mean, where was this sort of lemonade ejaculation where did it happen?
That's the problem. We have multiple locations. Somehow,
Multiple
he did it in
locations.
South Africa, some random London area, and a cottage in Scotland. Along with the fact that at Jolien's home, at his residence, his normal residence, which may not be close to any of the crime scenes, may I present some more evidence?
1 minute.
A cocaine meth pizza was found with only one slice left. And we all know Jolien's mother wouldn't be able to eat this, as, not to be mean, she would die. But if Jolien were to eat it, well, he'd be alive, wouldn't he?
Please not mention my mother in this flipping courtroom.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I do not know that. Actually, I'd like to present something else, just to rebuke that. This cocaine meth pizza has no effect on him.
Sorry,
Really? How would it have no effect?
No, I'm saying it wouldn't have. No, it would also severely damage his medical status, because in medical records, we have he has a syndrome called cocaine intolerance, which means that he absolutely shits himself whenever a single gram of cocaine, a little speck of cocaine is inhaled into his nose. And at the scene of the crime, I don't recall there being any sort of fecal matter, especially because on his bad dragon that was recently used, no fecal matter. It was completely clean. No cardboard was even on it, because again he was dried out from the magazine.
Wait a second. Objection! How do we know the bad dragon wasn't in his arse at the time of him committing the crime, and then he cleaned it, because if you clean it with alcohol, there would be no fecal matter left, as it would burn all away? I'd like to bring up Jolien's gardener to the stand.
How do you know the bad? How do you sort of? Okay, fine.
Hello.
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 Fucking Christ. I'd like to ask you a few questions, ma'am.
Oh, yes, go for it. Head, combat.
Are you the gardener who gardens the Aideny family's home?
Yes, quite lovely. It's quite a lovely back garden. They have tulips, they have roses. It's all lovely. All very lovely. They have a nice big tree. They have a nice back with lots of wild flowers and grasses. All very nice fun.
Yes, a very lovely garden. A pool
Yeah,
indeed.
a nice pool.
I would also like
And the
to
pool, there's
ask.
no water in it right now, but I mean the pool. There's usually frogs and crickets. Honestly, I
Alright.
like to just take them around and play with them. And I really like the sunflowers they have.
Shut the fuck
and,
up.
They really. Ow.
I'd just like to ask you, what are your opinions on Julian Aideny?
Oh, he's a lovely young lad. I don't see how he can do anything wrong.
Have you ever
He
cleaned his
doesn't
room?
always stay in his room though. Oh no, I'm just a gardener.
But have you ever seen what's in his room?
Oh no, I'm just a gardener. His room's on the second floor. I only stay on the back garden. I go home
That's
for the
fair.
day after my job.
And have you ever noticed anything strange about Julian Aideny? Anything out of the ordinary?
Well, sometimes I usually find him dropping off large cardboard pieces which have pictures. I'd rather not go into detail what the pictures are.
What on said pictures?
Well, what you see, there's pictures of naked ladies. I don't think they were originally cardboard.
Well, that's horrifying. Thank you.
I mean, once again, doesn't this sort of, impose the idea that he has ran out of sperm due to his high production? He's all used.
I wouldn't say
he's used
that.
it all up.
Usually he gives me a nice cup full of.
What the fuck? No.
That's a cool
Jesus.
way to witness.
Oh my god.
I have
Alright,
one last piece of evidence I'd like to.
Jesus
to
Christ.
review the team.
I can't even live with myself anymore. I don't even know why I'm.
That was
We
crazy.
should put her on trial.
So you say his bad dragon could have been used during these devious acts to sort of, why is he using his bad dragon?
Makeshift butt plug.
Makeshift butt plug. While he goons into children's lemonade. Again, we don't actually know that he gooned into children's lemonade. Okay, we he goons, yeah, fair enough. But actually provide me some evidence on the fact he's doing it into lemonade.
May I do that then?
Yeah, no, that's all I had evidence, but ignore me.
This may be a bit of a stretch, but listen close. I'll do it soon, Mum. Fuck's sake. Julian's Steam account, which has various games that we need not talk about, but there are a few Gooner games on there. And yes, I know this is only proving the point that he's a Gooner, but let me finish. There is one game called Gender Bent Sex Offender. Fucking Christ, what a mouthful. In which, within the first 5 minutes, you're already committing rape. And Julian played how many minutes of this? Half an hour, I say. Half an hour. And tell me, does any sane person, any person who would, not come in Child's Lemonade, also play a rape game? It's not that far of a
this is
stretch.
based purely on
It's
speculation.
not objection. It's not that far of a stretch to say that he would not just come to rape, but also commit an act so vile, so obscene, that even Jesus would think that's pretty cruel. And they nailed him to a cross. They nailed him. Space Jesus did not die for this.
I think this boy is deranged. You're right. I don't know what the fuck he's on about.
I failed to see the
Again,
relevance of the fact that Julian Goon's linking to him coming in Lemonade.
He goons to rape.
he's a gooner, yeah, but like,
Okay, well,
yeah,
I'll write
again,
down that
same.
Julian Goon's the rapist, but
Damn. But if Julian is to goon to rape, is it not hard to say? Is it not unbelievable to think that he would goon to children?
Order. Holy
And then commit-
speculation. Holy speculation. Okay. So here's what I have so far. Julian's Lawley commands prove that he does in fact goon, and it proves that he is a wrong 'un, which does give him a motive. Maybe it could leave it down to speculation that he has committed this crime. However, as Big Mouth has taught us, everybody goons. So, frankly, for all we know, it's not hard to believe that Bailey could goon. You could goon.
I don't have genitals.
I saw you jerking it before this trial. Okay.
No, that's
This Playboy magazine proves that Julian's cum has been wasted instead of going into this lemonade. Incognito is frankly actually quite useless as such as incognito. Alcohol. Apparently, Edward is saying that Julian may have cleaned a makeshift bad dragon butt plug and used the scene. I'm not sure what the bad dragon has to do with anything. The hotel. A hotel video proves that Julian was at a hotel as these crimes were committed, but that does perhaps prove that Julian was trying to get to a more higher child trafficking area. In no way do I mean child trafficking.
I have one more piece of evidence I'd like to present to the stand. Don't know if it's very good, but we could determine where exactly Julian was in this hotel, because he has a selfie at the Twin Towers from 9/11. And as you can all, can occur that 9/11 was a very recent situation that, totally aligns with these events that we're talking about. And it just proves that he was there on a sightseeing tour, Twin Towers. Just wanted to go on holiday to Twin Towers. That's why I was in the hotel in the first place. Not to find children. Because frankly, people who live in cities probably know that, leaving their children out and, letting their children drink mysterious substances is a
Objection,
bad
9/11
idea.
was an inside job.
Relevance.
Right, okay. So, you both used up all of your evidence. Would any of you like to call to the witness? We'll stand the witness. The witnesses.
I'm good.
Evidence?
I think our gardener should be on trial for just having sex with a child anyway, so
Yeah, she'll be next up, alright.
good to know.
So, without further ado, I will calculate the verdict. So, I have reason to believe that there is no evidence that Julian has been, splurging into lemonade. In fact, Julian has been splurging a lot to naked lady pictures on cardboard, Playboy magazines, Diane Foxington, and perhaps other various things on his incognito tab.
Oh, one more thing I'd like to add. So as you can tell, he has he uses a high volume of cum. He sort of releases it to pictures of women in Playboy magazines. Those who have very defined, very mature-looking hips and breasts. There is no evidence that he is attracted to children enough to commit heinous acts into their lemonade. I just think maybe he's just an average gooner like a Bailey and like Edward. Not saying you and I, because I'm not a gooner like that.
We all know you've gooned.
Right.
Should we not talk about this when the YouTube videos on?
Oh yeah, maybe we should.
We're not putting this on YouTube. We're not putting this shit on YouTube, bro.
This one's not going on there.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you just unlist it? Just unlist it. You can just make it so the people with the link can only see it.
Alright, yeah.
Right, well then. Unfortunately for your case, Edward, I believe there's enough evidence to make Julian Aidney a free man. So, without any further evidence,
Nope, none that I can think of.
I declare the client Julian Michael Robertson Aidney not guilty of
Yay!
an accusation of ejaculating into lemonade that was then sold to children.
No! Ah! He got away with it, guys.
It was rigged. Guilty.
Okay.